Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be making a milkmade dress pattern, and then I'll be needing my bodice block and then my basic skirt block. So you find the link to make yours in the description box. So let's get started. The first thing I want to measure is to get my underbust, and to do that I'll first start from my nape to my bust point, and then from my bust point I'm going to go down and measure my underbust. Having gotten my underbust is 3 inches, I went ahead and make a circle of that 3 inches. If you have a compass, you can just use it, set it at 3 inches and make your circle. So that's what I did there. I just did a DIY method because I didn't have a compass. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to take my neck depth, and when I'm satisfied with the neck depth I went ahead and take my armhole measurement and then divide it by 2, and I'm going to connect the 2 lines. So at this point it would be wise to do the same thing at the back, just your neck depth at the back, and then the midpoint of your armhole, connect the 2 points. So at my side I'm going to go ahead and mark 0.5 inches down and 0.5 inches to the side. So it's just a little bit of modification to my pattern, so I'm going to be cutting those out. And on my basic sleeve pattern, sorry, I forgot to tell you that we're going to be doing a basic sleeve pattern, and on that basic sleeve pattern you're going to do the same 0.5 measurement allowance that you are going to take out from there. It's just to balance the whole thing. So from that circle I'm just going to go ahead and make the mark of the make top part of the corset. I need is just the ruffle part, so that is where I'm just going to go ahead and highlight, and then I'm just marking my neck depth at the back, connecting it, so you can actually have whatever shape you want at the back. It is not static, it doesn't mean you have to follow what I did. So to make the back snatching a little bit okay, I'm going to go ahead and make 0.3 inches of that again at the back. So as you can see, this is a basic bodice block. It doesn't have a seam allowance, so you can actually make yours with the seam allowance. And again, I am using a not so pattern, it's not a pattern paper, so I'm using interfacing as my pattern paper. So I'm trying to cut my waist. You can do so as well, because you can still use this after you're done. Maybe if you want to make any dress that need interfacing, you can easily reuse this, so it's a good way. Yeah, don't forget your notches. I almost forgot. lot of ruching at the armhole side, I am going to be adding lesser allowance there. So just add your desired allowance. When you are done, go ahead, trace it out, add your seam allowance, and let's go to the next step. So on this pattern, if you want your center front at the bust area to really be showing some flesh, you don't need to add any allowance that center front part of your cup, if that makes sense. Okay, so you can actually do it on your sewing, your fabric, if you're sewing. So if you watch the sewing video, you're gonna get what I mean. So guys, please make sure to subscribe, like and share, drop a nice comment. This is a motivation you give me to keep doing videos, to keep making YouTube tutorials for you. Thank you. So I went ahead and used my base skirt pattern to make this pattern. The only alteration I made at the side is adding 3 inches and smoothing all the down seam part. So you can see this is my center front and the pattern is folded into 2. The reason why is because I want to have this slit at the front, so I'm going to choose the side I want my slit part to be, and then I'm going to close the other where there is no slit. I'm going to close the dart there. So just make sure your upper bodice part is aligned with the dart you close, so that both of the upper part and the lower part can be on the same line when you're sewing. So I'm going to be using this side as my slit part. So immediately I go ahead and cut this pattern. I'm going to still use the same pattern to do my back skirt pattern. So the simple way to just do it is to use this side as still as much to put my zipper allowance, and then just make the zipper. It's just a good way to save a lot of pattern. So when you're done, use it to cut your back, but don't forget guys, cut your front pattern first. Don't make the mistake of cutting out your back pattern without first cutting on your front. So as for my sleeve part, I went ahead and bring my basic sleeve pattern. I also make a copy of it, and then I'm going to slash it and spread it. Actually, this part of the milkmade dress is my make doing, so I didn't follow along with the picture I have there. The reason why is because I like to have a dress with a sleeve, so it's just my own way of being modest. So if you want to have yours like this, you can also go ahead and make a sleeve. If you don't want to have yours like this, just make a shorter sleeve, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to be having another tutorial of a make blouse this week, so make sure to subscribe. You can see another sleeve you might be able to choose for this project. So remember I said on my sleeve part I did 0.5 allowance there, so I forgot to do it here. I did it at the sewing video, so make sure to watch that for that little bit of adjustment. So after cutting my front, I went ahead and cut my back. Thanks for watching.